Welcome to Module 1, Lesson 12. Today we're just going to be using estimation to place decimal points. So in this first problem, I have 2 5/10 times 4, and I want to know if my answer is going to be closest to a tenth, a whole, 10, or 100. This is important for testing reasonableness of answers in the future when we actually do the standard algorithm. This is a quick check to see if our answer is reasonable. So in this case, the way to start this out is to round any decimal numbers to whole numbers. So this is about 3 times 4, which we can very quickly say is 12. And if I look at my choices, it's not close to a tenth. It's really not that close to 1. It's very close to 10, and it's not close to 100. So the closest answer is going to be 10. Now they are asking you for explaining your reasoning using words, pictures, or numbers. Here's a great explanation right here with using numbers. For my next problem, I have 3 1400ths times 7. My choices are 2,198, 219 8/10, 21 98 hundredths, or 2 198 thousandths. If I were to estimate this is about 3 times 7, which is 21. So you can see that the only answer that makes any sense is 21 98 hundredths. Here's a word problem that will require some of the things we've been practicing here. We have Pedro is building a spice rack with 4 shelves that are each 55 hundredths meters long. At the hardware store, Pedro finds that he can only buy shelving in the whole meter lengths. Exactly how many meters of shelving does Pedro need? How many meters of shelving will he need to buy? And justify your thinking. So to justify my thinking, one thing I can do is show my thinking by drawing a nice bar model. So if I had a bar model like so, and we're going to have 4 shelves, so I'll break that into 4 equal parts, and each part is going to be 55 hundredths meters, and I want to find out what the whole thing is, so that's my question mark. So my expression is going to be, I have 4 groups of 55 hundredths, so I have 4 groups of 55 hundredths of a meter. So if I were to multiply that out, what I have here is I have 4 groups of 55 hundredths, THS. So I could figure that out over here. I'm going to do 55 hundredths times 4. And I get 220 hundredths. And 220 hundredths is equal to 2 20 hundredths of a meter. So that's how much he actually needs. So if I were to write a sentence, I would write, I don't have any room here right now, but I would write Pedro needs exactly 2 20 hundredths meters of shelving. Now, it says in the problem that he can only buy shelving that is in whole meter lengths. So he's going to need 3 meters. He's going to need to buy 3 meters. Now look at here, I actually figured out how to shrink down the old work. So here's my sentences. Pedro needs 2.2 meters of shelving. He will need to buy 3 meters of shelving to have enough. And that's how that problem goes. And that's all there is for today.